past few weeks, he's been pretty reluctant to say who's going to drive the car, and I pretty much knew I was going to drive the car. And his whole thing was, don't money shift my car, or don't 121 it, as we call it. And so he's been hounding me, please don't 121 my car, please don't 121 my car, please don't 121 my car. And I didn't 121 his car, but he sure as hell 121 CJ's car. And then right after that goes and destroys his gearbox, which is pretty nice. So I didn't break his car, because they like to call me IED, basically that I blow everything up that I touch. So luckily this time I didn't blow anything up. He'll try to blame the drive shaft on me, the trans on me for, you know, the previous run, but I still made it to the end. I don't care, it was him. He's the one that breaks everything, not me.
When you go back to the gear before the gear you're just in. So in my case, I shifted from first to second back into first. Considering I was shifting around 9,000 RPMs, I'd say it saw a lot of RPM when it went back to first gear. Yep, that's the money shift, or the 121. So, I clicked it back into first. I felt something was wrong. I clutched in, put it in third. When I came off the clutch, I saw the oil pressure light on, and I just coasted down the track. I knew something wasn't right. I knew it broke something, like something stupid like an oil pump. So yeah, just wanted to make sure we could get it fixed again. But I didn't know the pump actually exploded when I missed the gear, or when I shifted it back into first, so it's racing. Over the weekend, in like 8 hours, Fred's an animal. Pulled the motor out without an engine hoist, between him, Dimitri, and myself. Broke the motor down, went over the motor. The motor actually survived, it looked fine. It just had some metal in the pan from the oil pump gear that actually exploded. And yeah, IAG brought another motor, got it in the car, or Fred assembled it in the morning, put it in the car, and went for qualifying 3 o'clock the next day. So it's pretty cool. Car likes to bunny hop. suspension. Something's not right with the suspension. The car's bouncing around. Bounced the car out of the groove. Had to get off, laid back in, and then I popped an intercooler pipe at the top of the track. So pretty much blew that pass. Went like 11.3 at like 80 miles an hour or something like that. Again, racing.
You know, we're trying out obviously new drag suspension. That's had the one car kind of pretty much upset the balance. We were running stock suspension, which did us pretty well, but we figured we were basically at the limits of that. If we wanted to continue to go further, we would have to get a pretty good drag suspension. I think we'll eventually have some pretty good success with it. I think it's right now though, it's the end of the year. We have a month left of racing really. I think it's really, you know, best we swap back to stock before, you know, that car hops like that. You know, we're gonna be breaking a lot more things, so we need the car get down the track in one piece to set some time.
Nope, because it's pouring, and they don't think they're gonna have the track dry. It just hasn't stopped raining all day, so tomorrow we get second chance if we stay, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Sunday, since we didn't qualify, we decided to run the second chance race, which we were hoping was going to be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Since we had swapped the stock suspension back onto the car, we were ready to go basically in the morning, and waited all day, and finally got our chance around 8:30 p.m. Went out on our only pass, and the car basically bogged, and just didn't get a good clean launch. Since MIR, we have reinstalled the coilovers with quite a few changes, both in the spring rate, some adjustments in the coilovers, and decided there was no better way to go out and really dial in the suspension and dial in the launching than to do a track day. We decided to do a track day at Atco, which is kind of in between both us and Prime, and went to Atco to kind of test and tune and dial in the suspension.
What we do here is go back.
We spent most of our day making some minor adjustments to the suspension, still with the original 15-inch slicks on the car. The car was performing very well. Launches were decent. 60-foot times were in the low 1.4s. Car was consistent, running 880s, 890s basically all day. And at some point, after a conversation that we had that the car simply wasn't going to perform the way we wanted it to, we decided to try the 17-inch slicks. It was actually Dimitri from Prime's idea, and so we swapped on the 17-inch slicks in hopes that we could learn maybe a little bit more about the suspension and kind of how to dial it in. And and that's when we went out. Our first pass on the 17-inch slicks ran 130, 160 foot, but the car got loose and out of shape, and Junior, even though he is an animal and normally does stay in it, decided to get out of it. We came back after that 130, 160 foot and kind of hot lapped the car. Track was closing at the end of the day and decided just to go out for one final pass.
They're just like, hurry up, you got 2 minutes.
Huh?
We just have 2 minutes, literally the last
What
run.
did it run?
Huh?
What did it go to the 8?
131. I don't know what it could be.
Really? Oh my god. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
These are
With this
these are
training,
far than that tire.
oh,
though.
Yeah.
This is my clutch now, though.
That's
That's the brakes, probably.
Oh, that's the brakes. I stood on them. You'll see in the video, I almost pulled the chute.
You should have, so you got past.
that would have been worth it.
I'm so pumped. That's great. And on 17s. 17, bro. Fred, you're an animal. Boris, you got a high five to Boris. There you go, buddy.
Even though we're getting kind of late in the season, as long as the weather holds out, we do plan on taking the car back out, maybe another track rental or two, and definitely not done, definitely not finished for the year. We have high hopes, obviously, and want to go out and see what we can muster up before 2016.